It was a beautiful afternoon on the Island of Sodor. Scottish saltire flags fluttered merrily in the breeze at Knapford Station, a splash of blue against the usual grey. Duck, the Great Western engine, watched as the workmen busied themselves with the decorations.
What's all this fuss about?
Asked Daisy the diesel rail car.
It looks like a convention of blue flags.
It's for Burns Night tomorrow.
Burns Night?
A celebration of Scotland's most famous poet, Robert Burns. They have what's known as a Burns supper, where they drink whiskey, eat haggis, and read a collection of poems.
Sounds like something made up. All that poetry and haggis, it just can't be real.
I can assure you it's very real.
Oh dear sweet duck. I haven't heard of this Burns fellow, and I'm quite knowledgeable when it comes to literature. I think Donald and Douglas are maybe pulling your wheels.
Donald and Douglas are very proud of their Scottish heritage. I don't think they would lie about something like that, and I definitely don't think they would take too kindly to your mockery.
And he puffed sternly away. That evening at the sheds, Duck recounted Daisy's dismissive words to Donald and Douglas. The Scottish twins bristled.
Made up? Of all the cheek. We'll gie her made up.
And with a mischievous glint in their eyes, the twins began planning a way to pay Daisy out. The next day was the day of Burns Night. Donald and Douglas waited at Knapford for Daisy to arrive. She was looking rather pleased with herself, but not for long.
Fair for your honest sonny face, great chief in all your puddin' race, a bin the ma ye tak your place. Painch tripe or train, we'll argue worthy a grace as long as my earn.
What is it utter madness you two are spouting?
An old Scottish poem, addressed to a haggis by the great Rabbie Burns. That reminds me, happy Burns Night, Daisy.
Burns Night? More like make-believe night.
Ach, Daisy lass, you shouldn't be so dismissive, especially about the haggis.
The haggis?
Donald lowered his voice conspiratorially.
Aye, the wild haggis. A fearsome beast it is. They have 3 legs and roam the highlands of Scotland. Every Burns Night they come down for the mountains, hunting unsuspecting folk who think they are but a bit.
And how do you know they're near?
Daisy asked, trying to sound nonchalant, but a sliver of doubt crept into her voice.
Their blood-curdling screech. The stuff of nightmares, so it is. It chills your pistons and sends shivers through your smoke box. And if a haggis catches a glimpse of you with its red eyes, you best be sure you'll no see the light of day.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. There's no such thing as wild haggis.
Why do you think we recite the poem? So the haggis is appeased for another year. We've done so every Burns Night since arriving on Sodor. But your interruption has disturbed the peace, Daisy. And whoever disturbs the address is the haggis's next victim.
Stuff and nonsense, you two. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have passengers that need to get to their destinations.
Did he say we didn't warn you?
Daisy pulled away, but as she did, a tiny seed of worry had been planted. The twins looked at each other with glee as she passed. That evening, Daisy was resting in her shed when her driver arrived.
Come along, Daisy. We have a late night run back to Knapford.
Oh, can't Percy do it? He loves running at night.
Afraid not, Sir Topham Hatt's request. We better get going before the weather turns. The fog's coming from the hills.
For a brief moment, Donald and Douglas's words about the haggis ran through her swerves.
Stuff and nonsense. I've shoot cows and bulls. I can make short work of a haggis.
As they rolled through the darkening countryside, a thick mist descended from the hills, clinging to the rails like a ghostly shroud. Daisy's wheels began to tremble.
Remember, Daisy,
She said to herself.
it's all make-believe. There's no such thing as a haggis.
Daisy's driver began flashing a red torch onto the rails in front of her.
Nothing to be scared of. It's just a red light.
Suddenly, a piercing screech echoed through the air. Daisy screamed.
The blood-curdling screech of the haggis! Oh, those two were right!
Daisy's engine roared to life. She sped along the line faster than she'd ever gone before, the image of a three-legged beast with glowing red eyes flashing in her mind.
You won't catch me, you three-legged monster!
She didn't stop until she screeched to a halt at Knapford Station. There, waiting for her, were Duck, Donald, and Douglas, all trying hard to suppress their laughter. And on the platform, a lone bagpiper stood, his instrument resting by his side.
Welcome back, Daisy. Did you have a nice run?
Daisy's face turned red as Sir Topham Hatt stepped forward from behind our Caledonian classics.
Daisy, I understand you've been, let's just say, skeptical about Burns Night.
Wait, you planned this? Then what was that screech?
Well, that was the bagpipes, Daisy, a traditional part of Burns Night celebrations. Along with the kilts, drink, and food, of course.
But the haggis!
A traditional Scottish dish, the contents of which are probably more frightening than the story the twins told you about the haggis, but it is very tasty.
I don't understand.
You don't have to understand, Daisy. All you need to know is Burns Night is very real and important to Donald and Douglas. I think you owe them an apology.
Sorry.
Apology accepted. Aye, but best be careful you don't disturb the haggis when we send you homewards to think again.
So, the haggis is real?
You don't expect us to tell you everything now, do you?
Daisy smiled. Now that it was all resolved, the piper began to play Flower of Scotland, the country's national anthem, and as the sound of bagpipes filled the air, Donald and Douglas began reciting Scots Wha Hae, another Robert Burns poem.
Scots wa hae wi Wallace bled, Scots wan Bruce has aften led. Welcome to your gory bed, all to victory. Now's the day, now's the hour. See affront, O battle lover. See approach proud Edward's power. Chains and slavery.
As the twins continued and Sir Topham Hatt drank his whiskey, Daisy realised that just perhaps there was a little bit of magic in tradition after all.